Hello fellow adventurers and collectors, Filmaholic here. Today we're going to be looking at a 1/6 scale Flagset End War Squad X Ghost figure, which is basically Simon Ghost Riley from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, this is a figure that I've been looking forward to getting. I didn't think I was going to get it upon release, but I found a US seller that was getting rid of theirs, so I figured I'd buy it. I was anticipating this figure because it was basically a catch-all of all the accessories you would need to basically have Simon Ghost Riley from his last act in the video game. Upon opening the figure, I was kind of disappointed, but I'll get into that a little bit later. But right now, here's a look at the packaging, and it's a very nice set overall. And I want to take a special moment to notice that on top of the box it says it's prototype shown, because the figure that I got and some of the pieces, they don't match the actual photographs on the box, so that kind of sucks, but you gotta make do with what you got, I guess. The box design overall is pretty cool. I do like the actual use of photographs of the figure, and here's a look at the head sculpt that it comes with, and it's Vin Diesel. You know, what's important to him? Familia. But yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the head sculpt and the body, to be honest with you. And here he is all pieced together, and yeah, it just seemed not so much flimsy, but too thin, and the ankle joints in particular weren't the best either. And with the head sculpt in particular, the ears were really protruding out the head sculpt, so it was kind of pushing out the headphones that he's wearing. But I figured before I got into how I could bash him a little bit, I'd show you what he actually looks like out of the box when you put him together. And there's nothing wrong, again, with the pieces that it does come with. It's just that it wasn't up to my standards, so I kind of did a little bit of kit bashing of my own by adding a different body, a different head sculpt, as well as some different shoes. And I did use some of the pieces that the actual figure came with, so as you'll see here, look, it's very easy to fall over because of those ankle joints. I thought switching out the boots to something more rigid would help, but something in particular about this body is that it has its own proprietary ball joints, so it wasn't easy to switch them out as I thought. Now, just wanted to do a brief comparison to the version that I kit bashed a while back, and it just showcases the two different uniforms that he wears in the campaign. The Rio de Janeiro one, and then of course his final act. And I don't know which one's my favorite in terms of design, but I think I lean towards more the final act uniform more than the Rio de Janeiro one. Now with that said, I did end up kit bashing it a little bit. I added a different body because the one that it came with, it's not necessarily it's bad overall, it's just that it had some weird quirks. It might have been my own copy, so be a little wary when purchasing this figure, because if you're not into adding your own pieces, then it's kind of not worth it. I definitely don't think you should be paying more than $200, which is what I've seen on the aftermarket. So $140, $150 is probably the sweet spot. You know, just gotta account for taxes as well, so take that into consideration as well. But for me, even though it was a disappointment to kind of have to switch out everything or switch around everything, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you just gotta roll with the punches sometimes. And something I also wanted to note, I did use the padding that came with the box set. It looks like a diaper, but I ended up chopping it and making sure that the articulation is still there. So like I said, it's got some good pieces, and overall the quality is there. You know, it scales well, the materials that they use, so I can't really complain on that regard. But like I said, it was the body and the shoes that really, I don't know, didn't rub me the right way. So, and as you'll see with this next couple of clips, here's a comparison between all my other video game design, kit bash characters that I'm working on, aside from the Doom guy, which is, still being worked on at this point. But yeah, I'm having a hard time phrasing this, but it's a hard box set to recommend, because if you're not into upgrading pieces, then I would not recommend it for the price point that it's at, because then you're going to also spend more money trying to get the appropriate shoes, the appropriate body, which can be found for cheap, but if you're just looking for a one and done option, I don't know, it's really the risk that you want to take, And again, it could just be my copy. Also something I wanted to note and I forgot to bring up, the pouches that I have don't match the pouches that are on the photographs. They have this little Velcro patch that is missing on mine, and I'm not sure if it was a mishap or what, but I don't know, that was something that I found interesting, to say the least. But yeah, I appreciate you guys checking this video out, and if you feel so inclined, please like, comment, and or subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. So until next time, I'll see you around.